Christian doctrines often detail the story of Jesus Christ's 40-day period of wandering in a desert nearly 2,000 years ago, when he went without food and was repeatedly tempted by the devil. Since then, the Church's leaders have set aside the 40 days before Easter as the period of Lent, when Christians are meant to replicate Jesus' sacrifice in the desert and become more committed to their faith. The Church has often used a narrative of self-discipline alongside this idea of sacrifice, as Christians have been encouraged to test their bodies by cutting out meat and fasting with small meal sizes.
But we also unite ourselves with the entire Church in rekindling our fervor and our desire for God, especially through the practices of prayer, fasting, and almsgiving.
I interviewed a handful of college students to see if the way they practice Lent aligns with this stricter narrative of self-discipline or whether they viewed it as a method for self-improvement.
I gave up using my phone a lot. I gave it up because I'm told that I'm constantly on my phone, so I'm trying to not use it as much in class and when I'm in conversations with people.
I gave up the word OMG and cheese. I gave them up because I think if you say OMG, you kind of sound not classy, and I wanted to be more healthy, so I gave up cheese.
I took up something instead of giving up something, and I decided to go to church every single week. I think that getting in the habit now will be a good focus for the rest of my life.
I gave up being late to things because I feel bad that I'm always making my friends wait for me, so I'm trying to be on time more often.
Well, I'm Episcopalian, so it's something that I've kind of always done with my church, and so it's just something that I've always done growing up.
I mean, it's something I've always done. My family's kind of Catholic, so my mom tries to make us do something every year.
It's just kind of something that I've always done, and I think it's just a good reminder to get back in touch with my faith.
It's just something that I've always done with my family members at home, so I wanted to keep it going at college.
Through these interviews, college students reveal that the language of Lent serves as the backdrop for a temporary period of self-improvement. In place of the self-disciplinary actions of strict fasting or daily prayer, this age group of Christians has instead opted to use the tradition of Lent to improve themselves by altering their language, actions, and phone use. This application of Lent aligns with Anne Swidler's theory of culture. In her book Talk of Love, she argues that we need to focus both on how people appropriate cultural meanings, making them their own, and on how they come to name their experience in cultural terms. In this way, Christian college students tap into the cultural repertoire of Lent in order to construct a sort of second chance at a New Year's resolution, such as limiting certain foods in order to lose weight or changing behaviors. Moreover, the way that nearly every student replied, "It's something that I've always done," reveals that their connection to why they participate in the tradition is fairly unexamined. Within the cultural background of Lent, these 40 days have taken up a life of their own as a source of self-improvement for college students.